2, 1. Ready, go!
Hey Aussie gamers, welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. The podcast created in the southern hemisphere where the internet is slow and the prices are as high as the temperature. Here are your hosts, Lucas and Red. This is episode 154 and today is Friday the 9th of December 2016 and I am your host Lucas and here with me is my co-host and very good friend Red. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Getting close to Christmas, man.
Oh geez, you got a special guest down there in Tassie, have you?
No.
I hope you've been good because Johnny the elf on the shelf has been watching.
Oh, Jesus. Well, I'd be shit out of luck.
I said to my daughter the other... Do you know what I'm talking about when I say the elf on the shelf?
No.
Oh, it's some, I don't know, modern thing where it's like a little doll. It's a little red elf. And the idea is you put it somewhere in your house and it's watching your children. And overnight, before you go to bed, you move it to another position. So the kids wake up and the kids wake up, they don't know where the elf is, and then they find him and they're like, oh, he's moved, he's watching, he's alive, he comes to life when I'm asleep and watches me and stuff like that. Anyway, Emily's got one of them and she said to me the other day, she goes, oh, you better be good, Johnny's watching. I said, I don't care, Santa don't bring me shit, I buy my own presents. It's you that need to be good.
You remember being 12, waking up going, oh, I hope it's a Sega Mega Drive, and you open it up and it's shorts and a fucking hat.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those days. But anyway, so there you go, that's what that is. Before we start, here is this week's show in preview. First up, as usual, we will have video game discussion, and then we'll do video game news. And in this week's news, we have Nintendo Switch Virtual Console, Target versus Big W for Christmas. Then we've got PS4 Sales Milestone. Well done on that one, but we will elaborate. Then we'll, after the news, we'll have What's That Sound? Then we'll do Red Shout, and we'll have some last words, and I've got a couple of those to go through. So, Red, video game discussion.
Boring ass fucking week.
Really?
Yeah. Look, I'll run through it. There's nothing new to report. I tell you what, I haven't played Final Fantasy.
Okay, why is that?
Because I've been playing Dark Souls 2.
Back to Dark Souls 2 then, eh?
Oh, fuck. I've actually progressed further than I ever have.
Yeah? Did you even start again, or...?
Nah. Nah, I started that game about 8 fucking times and never finished it, so Brownie's going to be sitting there shaking his head when listening to this.
You finished 3 though, didn't you?
Yeah, twice.
That's right, yeah.
And I finished 1.
Right.
So I've got this off I've got to get this off the bucket list. So I've been charging around on that, and it's rage-inducing, as most Dark Souls games are. There's no real fucking mystery to that there, but yeah, because as we know, I've got the 2 terabytes. The internet monthly cap thing clicked over, so I had a heap of downloads. So I've actually been spending more time on my PlayStation selecting what to download as opposed to playing it.
Yeah, right, like Netflix.
Yeah, so, exactly. Searching for something to fucking watch, and then you're 3/4 tired by the time you're there. You never actually get to watch the show. Yes, I know those feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and as we know, not complaining because we constantly made jokes about it, but the download speeds here are quite slow. So we're lucky to get, at peak, on the PlayStation, I get about 700 kilobytes a second at peak.
Yeah, which is, well, slightly better than what I used to have. I completely know how you feel.
So 5 megabits maxing out through PlayStation Network card. So just something simple like reinstalling the Division. Say that was 14 gig. That literally took just 2 nights. You know, going to bed of being watching Blu-rays on the PlayStation instead of watching Netflix. So I had the bandwidth in order to download. So that took a couple of nights. So I put a picture up on the page here a little while ago of how I started to use the folders.
Oh, yeah?
got a full digital folder now with like the Dark Souls and Rocket League and stuff like that, and getting Witcher 3 re-downloaded. Fucking 63 gig, 65 gig with the DLC. So, fair to say, I haven't been spending too much time with the DualShock 4 in my hand, though I have had an Xbox controller in my hand slightly more. I think I touched on it last week, but I just want to elaborate just a little bit more because I've had a lot more experience this week.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Zombies is fucking awesome.
Yeah, you have been talking about that a bit. You are enjoying that.
It's not... Well, I'm not going to say it's not hard, and I'm not going to say it's not easy. Obviously, the further you go, the harder it gets.
Yeah, so it should, yeah.
But you know a little bit about zombies, right? How you can save up your points and you can go to a special location and pack-a-punch your weapon.
Yep.
Get different perks and everything like that, like your Juggernog and your Quick Revive and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now figured out, and it takes about an hour and 20 minutes, and if I play it correctly and don't make any mistakes, I can get the 5 perks I want and the 2 guns I want pack-a-punched. And when that happens, I can go for another hour and a half without mistakes. So I can sit there for 3 hours.
Wow.
On my own. And because you can't rely on others, because it's kind of like other Horde/survival games where they give you the solo option and the multiplayer option. You put 2 people in there, they're either twice as many zombies, or the zombies are in increments get more stronger than they do in a solo game.
Yeah, so if you get another person in there and they're not pulling their weight, you're essentially playing a single player game with a lot more difficulty behind it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which makes it hard. I can see what you're going with that, yeah.
I'm not one to talk to randoms too much. Like, I'll actively talk to people that like our page and everything like that. But just absolute randoms, they send you chat invites and everything, and you just do not know what you're walking into. So I decline, and then they rage quit halfway through. So then it's you with the amount of zombies for 4 players, sort of thing, and you're like, "Fuck!" And here we go. So I've resorted to playing solo.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really cool. It's a good way to level up your character. You also, battle packs that you get in Battlefield 1 where you get the Quartermaster in this one.
Yep.
Also accumulate keys to unlock those, whether you want to unlock them in zombie mode and get additional perks in the zombie mode, or you can just take them straight across the multiplayer and try and get those weapon variants and skins that you want over there. That's a really cool method to farm up those. But just the fidelity and the quality and the frames and the music, the difficulty, the equal difficulty spike as it gets harder. The further you go, the harder it gets. It's just a really, really top-notch experience. And so if there's anyone listening that does play on the Xbox and wants to know how to unlock the pack-a-punch machine or anything like that, then I'd be more than willing to have a two-player game or a 3-player game or even 4-player game. But not a lot of people playing Infinite Warfare. I've seen a lot of stuff on the internet, on YouTube, how people just don't really like it. So the player pool is not what it used to be 3-4 installments ago. So understandable. I played a little bit of multiplayer. I've prestiged 3 weapons now. That's just catching up with my brother sometimes between 4:30 and 6 o'clock, like after my tea and before his tea, every now and again, because he's had a lot on his plate. So I haven't played so much of that this week, but I've probably put an hour or so in. Titanfall 2, I played probably a dozen games so I could try it out on the new TV.
I still haven't booted it up.
Wow, you got a bit on.
I do. I've got so much on, man. Oh, not that I'd complain too much, because the majority of my gaming time is being sucked up by awesome games that I'm playing. So, I mean, it's, first world problems, of course. But man, I'm keen to give Titanfall a go. Every time I mention that I haven't played it yet, everyone's like, "Oh, you'll like Titanfall. You'll like Titanfall's campaign."
Not surprising that it got some noms for the Game of the Year awards.
Yeah, well, I'll look
Because it
forward
is
to that.
actually pretty.
Sorry, mate, you Skyped out a bit then. What'd you say?
Yeah, I said it's pretty special.
Oh, yeah, man, I can't wait. I'll let you know when I played it.
And basically, last but not least, last night inclusive, and probably for about an hour, 2 or 3 nights ago, I jumped into The Division.
The Division. Yeah, that was good fun last night. That felt like a homecoming, because it was really good. That was yourself, there was Roy Boy, there was Snoogans, there was me, and it was just a good friends run around
Co-op. Shit.
It was, yeah. We did the dailies, we did a little bit of an incursion, and it was just good fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny running into that incursion last night. I think it was Falcon Lost, or no, Clear Skies.
Clear Skies, yeah.
Clear Skies walked into, and I said to Snoogans, I said, fucking take this off challenging, and he goes, well, I can't, because we're in World Tier 5, obviously.
Yeah.
And you don't want to go backwards. It's pointless putting it on World Tier 4, doing that incursion on hard and getting nothing out of it. You know what I mean? So it's always pointless going back. And because 1.5 is a little bit new and they've done some balancing and stuff, we didn't really know where we stood. That was a perfect thing. Even though we didn't finish it last night, that was a perfect just little eye-opener, a little experience. So we know what we're looking at when it comes to World Tier 5 activities, post-game activities. And I said, fucking, we're walking in, and I just said to you guys, I said, because there was 3 of us at this stage, because Roy left.
Yeah.
And I said, I do not have a good feeling about this.
No, well, neither did I. With 3 people, 1 down, and, you know, you need 4 switched-on players for those incursions.
And geared players. Because, like, we're pushing max gear score after just a couple of hours of 1.5. Seriously, the loot drops that frenetically. But
Yeah, see-
it's putting it all together.
Yeah, see, I've got the gear now, but I don't have the setup yet.
Yeah, you don't have any bonuses here, and the 2-set bonus just to grab this that goes with your playstyle, and then the 4-set bonus for this different activity, and then the 4-gear set, whatever they Banshee that's now there for the Dark Zone. It's there's a lot of work to be done to be back being fluent in that game again, but it's still fucking solid. It's still fun. We can still mooch off each other's different talents and skills and strengths and weaknesses in the game and prevail, win, get XP, get loot. And yeah, I must admit, last night was probably the best Division run I've had in 3 months.
Yeah, we'll have to do it again. I want to give a bit more of the Dark Zone a go too.
Oh, after you knocked off, remember, you might have been there. And
Yeah, you were.
Snoogans goes, oh, you got to help me get this out. And I said, where are you? He goes, I'm in the Dark Zone. I said, fuck, I opened my menu for 30 seconds and you're already in the fucking Dark Zone collecting loot. That dude, he's fucking mad keen.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no worries, coming in. So he got out his loot and everything, and he goes, all right, well, we'll just go up the end of the street here, and then I'm going to bed, because he's had a lot on his plate lately. I went, yeah, no worries. So we ran up, we got a couple of pieces of gear, said, all right, let's extract this out. Right, yeah, no worries. So we extracted out, then we were just going to go back to checkpoint 1, so we could just get out, check our loot, and then jump off.
Yeah.
Rogues, man. Oh, we're fucking dead. I'm just laughing. And Snookers goes, why are you laughing? I said, I just got to fucking... I just been able to fast travel in the Dark Zone back to where I wanted to go.
That's right, yeah, because you got killed.
Yeah, fucked up. And other than that, not to sound too boring, it's the obvious one of Clash Royale. I think that's more of a constant thing in my life than spending time with my wife.
Yeah, I've been playing that too. She's good game. It's like, I don't play it a lot anymore, but I always go back to it whenever I've got that spare moment. So.
Oh, I'll tell you what I do like. I got a little bit of a comparison between the consoles and the apps that they contain. The Twitch app on the box is like going to the website.
Right.
You don't have to just watch stuff being streamed on an Xbox.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The PlayStation, you can only watch PlayStation streamed.
Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Go to PlayStation and type in, say, DayZ, Armour.
Oh, and you can't get any of that.
Nah, it's only what's being streamed on a PlayStation.
Yeah, right.
So yesterday, over some toast, veggie mod on toast, and a couple of coffees, I watched a Clash Royale esport tournament for about an hour, an hour and 20 minutes, and I've now because I've got a pretty decent set of 8 cards to play.
Yeah,
and they're already all pretty buffed up. A few things have got a level 11 already and stuff like that. And because you'd notice every time I put in a card request, you'll see me request the same card for about fucking 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah,
because you got to collect hundreds of them, and there's like we got 50 clan members and 7 people play.
Yeah, that's right. No, I'm the same, man, because I need like 900 or 800 for my next one that I'm doing. So yeah, I'll be asking for the same cards for like a month.
And because you're getting the bombers at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. That's correct. I'm about to add another request right now.
Yeah, so I've been punching out those bombers to you, but I think you were after giants or something before.
No, I was getting the what are they called?
Or is it goblin?
No, the knight.
Oh, the knight. Yeah. So I noticed, like with you and George Schneider, nod to you if you're listening, mate. You'll ask for the same card for ages, and then the card will change. It's like, yes, he just leveled up.
Leveled up. Yeah, that's right. See, the thing is, I've got enough for my knight, but I haven't got enough money.
Oh, how hard is it to collect the coin?
I know. I need 8,000 now because I've got 800 cards for me knight, which is all I need to level him up to level 10. Yeah. But I need 8,000. I've only got 5.5 at the moment, so. Still working on getting the coin.
Here's a kicker. To go to level 11, you need 1,000 cards and 20,000 gold.
God!
I've just leveled 2 things to a level 11, man. I got my barbarians and my minion horde, the 6 flying ones. Yeah,
you can see why 11. You can see why people pay for it, but you haven't paid, have you?
Not a fucking cent.
No, me neither. But that's a good thing about this. It means you got to play it a lot to not spend a cent, but playing a lot is fun.
But you become so knowledgeable. Like, sometimes when we talk multiplayer games, this is off on a tangent, and people go, "Oh, Red, you do all right at this map, or you go all right at this game," and it's not because I can fucking shoot straight. It's because I can anticipate, or I try to anticipate what the other person's going to do, and sometimes, and about 80% of the time, that comes off. Like you run around a corner, say there's a obstacle in the middle of the road, so you got a left entry and a right entry. You run, and they see you going from right to left, and they put a hit on you. Well, they're going to be aiming at the left-hand side. So what you do is you just stop for a second, double back, and you hit them while they're aiming at the wrong side. Shit like that. It's just
knowledge, I agree with that. Knowledge of the game, so map knowledge and game knowledge, is paramount over the top of pure ability.
Absolutely. So when I've been playing that much Clash Royale, I anticipate what's going on now. Like I've got a card there, those 3 musketeers, they cost 9 elixir to drop.
Yeah.
Or undone by a high enough powered fireball.
Yeah, well, so that's it.
Got to milk that fireball with my barbarians.
Yeah, that's right. Get rid of it, and then you know that they're missing that card now for a bit, so you might have a bit of leeway to get through.
That's exactly right. So it's intense. It's really fucking cool, and you get right into it. And then I went on a losing streak. I lost 300 crowns in half an hour. I'm like, oh fuck this! I'm not playing this anymore. Next time I went out for a durry.
Yeah, but that's why I was a little bit annoyed that this didn't win mobile game on the Game Awards when Niantic got it for Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go was good and it was a phenomenon, but it's kind of dead now. And I think this is a lot more like strategic and real smart gameplay in there. I think it's a brilliant game.
Go out on a limb, and it could be just me being a bigot. Pokemon Go won because of political correctness. It's a PC award because it got people out walking in a fat society.
Yeah, maybe right.
Trying to encourage it more. So if they give Pokemon Go an award, they might do something more to get the fat kids out walking for a Pikachu again.
Yeah, but all the super fat kids just got their androids out and hacked the game.
I didn't even know those things exist till I caught up with a real good mate of mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Other than that, oh well, people that are intimate on the page and the likes of myself know that you've got somewhat of an announcement to make.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about?
Yeah.
What, the post that was on yesterday?
Yeah, that's the one.
All right, we'll skip straight to that then, shall I?
Oh, go on. It needed a wind up. I'm proud of you.
All right. Well, look, it was something that I was battling for quite a while. I wasn't sure what I wanted. We had a dedicated podcast to the existence of this thing, and I did many of Lucas's last 48 where I asked for opinions and thoughts, and it was a long time thought of. It was not a... Normally, you know me, Red, normally when I make decisions like this, it's sort of just like, yep, doing it.
Yeah, but you stick firm to your choices, probably even a lot more than 90% of people. If this is happening, right, it's going to fucking happen.
Yeah.
But also, if it's not happening, it's not fucking happening.
Yeah, now, I do have a little bit of a backpedal, so to speak, with this. But what we're talking about here, for those that don't have the intimate knowledge of the page and myself, is we're talking about the PlayStation 4 Pro, a 4K television, and an Xbox One S. Now, I was firmly against the PlayStation 4 Pro's existence, and I want to make it clear, even though now I have one, that I am still in that same frame of mind. I do not believe the PlayStation 4 Pro needed to exist. But
your principles haven't wavered. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. I still think it's a Frankenstein's monster. It shouldn't exist. Basically because we're midway through a generation and they've revamped a console, making it more powerful. And even so, they've made it more powerful. I don't think they made it powerful enough.
No, me either.
Now, I picked up the PlayStation 4 Pro yesterday with the Xbox One S, and I didn't have my 4K TV yet. I played the PlayStation 4 Pro, and it's fucking no different. It's absolutely no different. They say that there's benefits for those still using a HD TV and all that sort of stuff. No, there fucking isn't. There's a couple of cool things that it does that the normal PlayStation doesn't, where it will do screen record, like, you know, the recording, the DVR thing, where you can record your gameplay in full 1080p now instead of 720.
Oh, yeah.
You can... The screenshots are PNGs, but I think you can do that on a normal PlayStation 4. So your screenshots can be uncompressed and full size, but I am pretty sure the normal PlayStation does that. And you can stream to YouTube at 1080 and 60 frames a second.
Yep.
So that's a bonus. But as for the game itself, it's no fucking difference on it. No different on a HD TV. And not to the point that you're really going to notice if they're not side-by-side comparisons. So obviously the benefit comes when you're buying a 4K television. So I did buy a 4K television with it, but it was too fucking big. I had no way of getting it home, so I had to wait for home delivery. It has been delivered today, so I've got it sitting in the box in the lounge room as we speak.
Oh, ta-da.
Yeah, it was already delivered this morning before we started the podcast, which is nice and convenient. So I'm really interested to get that thing set up and plug it into the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One S and have a look at what 4K TVs are all about, because I've never owned one. I've never spent more than 5 or 10 minutes with one before, like at the EB Games Expo earlier this year. I played a bit of Gears of War 4 running on 4K from a PC, and it looked goddamn beautiful, but it was only for a couple of minutes, so none of that really sticks.
But you had no comparison.
It's very true, yeah, that's right.
I've had the 4K telly for almost a week now. Sunday last week I got it.
Yeah.
And the first thing that weeks in I done was boot up Skyrim, because I'd spent 40 hours with the fucking thing, you know?
Yeah.
And so I had intimate knowledge of all the load screens, what I look like, because I play third person as if it's a Dark Souls game. So I knew what I look like from behind with my arrows and my weapons and my armor and everything. Man, wow. You could see the stitching in the quiver for your arrows. Oh, it does make it better.
And that's just the 4K TV, because you're playing on a PlayStation 4 standard, right?
Xbox standard, yo.
Oh, Xbox, sorry. So you it would be the same in a PlayStation, though, right?
Yeah.
So that's the point that I'm making, that the PlayStation 4 Pro doesn't necessarily need to exist to get...
No, because the TV... Exactly
TV
right, because you
does
just said there's benefits for having a Pro, but just a normal HD TV or whatever they call it, a TV that's not 4K.
Yeah.
But it's the other way round, where you can benefit from a 4K TV and a vanilla or a PS4.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's... What the PlayStation is doing in its upscaling, most of these high-end TVs are doing that for you. So
yeah, either that or the TVs before, well, like your current one on your wall,
yeah,
and the one I've just replaced, aren't capable of doing what actually the PlayStation and Xbox were capable of outputting.
Yeah.
Hence, there's another nail in the coffin or another tack up on the wall as to why the Pro doesn't need to exist, because we still have this untapped potential.
Yep, exactly. 100%, man. But in saying that, I did get them. I'm a techie. I'm a techie at heart, and it irks me that, you know, I might not have the best of the best in that sort of area. Look, I don't really care if I don't have the world's best toaster. I don't care if I don't have the world's best car. I don't care for that stuff. You know, there are people out there that might want to buy the most recent car that comes on the market because that's their passion. That, for me, I don't care. My car is 10 years old next year, and my motorbike is just a stock base road trail bike, right? I don't need the best of the best in that area because I don't have ridiculous passion there. But when it comes to video games and technology things, I do kind of like to have the best. So I got myself the 1S and the PS4 Pro, and they are set up in the lounge room. The Xbox One S does feel like the menu moves along a little bit quicker. But I've got to mention the biggest thing that pissed me off that I wasn't aware of, and that's my fault because I didn't look into it, but there's no Kinect port on the back of the Xbox One S, so I can't use Kinect with it unless I get myself an adapter to plug it into the USB, and I couldn't find anywhere on, say, JB Hi-Fi's website or EB Games website where I could buy it in Australia. So I looked on Amazon, and it's $40 US. I paid $50 Australian for that fucking Kinect.
Are they going to release a new Kinect that connects differently, you reckon?
I don't think so, no, because I think in Microsoft's eyes, Kinect is dead.
Well, they needed a microphone on the controller then, so you could still talk to your TV.
Well, that's the thing, because without the Kinect, you can't use the voice commands. And the voice commands with Kinect on the Xbox One are actually quite good. My wife was actually really disappointed when I told her I couldn't connect to the Kinect, because she uses it, and so do I. Like, I often will walk past my Xbox and go, Xbox on, and it turns everything on. It'll turn my Xbox on, turn my TV on, turns my stereo, turns my set-top box on, and the TV's on. All I needed to do was say Xbox on. And you can do Xbox mute, Xbox pause, Xbox go home, all that sort of stuff. I use that stuff. I use
Xbox save that.
yeah, for the videos and all that sort of stuff. But as for the Kinect, I don't use any of the other features. That is absolutely all I use it for. So, I don't know. I'm going to have to get one of these bloody adapters, which is really frustrating. But that was annoying. Now, moving on to the PlayStation 4 Pro, something that I also realised in doing a little bit more research when I was setting it up yesterday. But the PlayStation VR, the box that... Because the VR plugs into a box, and the PlayStation plugs into the box, and then that box plugs into your TV, right?
Okay.
But that box for the PlayStation VR does not support 4K pass-through. Actually, sorry, that's not correct. It does. I think it does support 4K pass-through, but it does not support HDR pass-through. And now I've just spent a shit ton of money on a TV that specifically does HDR. So if I want to take advantage of that, I need to unplug my PlayStation VR. That sucks.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I want 4K with HDR, I've got to unplug the VR and plug it straight in, which is annoying.
Right. I'm just going to run off a couple of things, and I want to say at the start, I'm very chuffed for you that you've made this leap, and you've got top of the line. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I couldn't be prouder. I couldn't be happier for you. Maybe your wife would be. That's about as close as you'll get to anyone being more excited for you than I am. But I just want to run off a couple of things just with what you've told me now that just justifies still the pit of our guts, yours and mine included, as to why there shouldn't be this generational upgrade, if you will. So, no optical port in the Slim.
Correct. Yeah, the PS4 Slim.
No connecting the Xbox.
Yep.
Therefore rendering their biggest marketing ploy pre-launch of being a media center redundant.
Yeah.
Without an additional cost. Not that the Xbox One S upgrade was fucking cheap. Well, it is cheap, but still, you're not talking $20.
No.
Your HDR and unplugging and plugging in order to use a compatible PlayStation device.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not even third party.
I know.
Oh man, just all these little things. No Blu-ray player in the 4K.
Yeah.
In the Pro.
In the Pro, yeah.
And a lot of the upgrades, other than developer instigated patches, is merely upscaling, which is what the fucking TV does to the vanillas.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I couldn't be more chuffed. I'm glad that you got fresh controls, fresh consoles and controls. I would assume, yes.
Yeah.
Fresh warranty, fresh ability. But there's just so much lacking.
Oh, absolutely. No.
What's going through their fucking heads? This could have been perfect if you had all those things that I just ran off. Then,
yeah,
it'd be just you could almost justify it. We'd probably still feel the same way, but we wouldn't have anything to justify our negative gut feelings.
No, you're
it.
right. You're 100% right. Look, the biggest thing as well that aided my decision in getting the new, hiccup, the new consoles, is that I really liked the idea of having two consoles of each. So that way, when Repremier comes and stays with me, there's always going to be a second console here that we can play multiplayer together without split screen or what have you. And there's not very many split screen games these days. But so he won't need to lug his. Next time you're here, we're going to have two consoles. We can both play together, both jump in parties, all that sort of thing. If a friend comes over, all that sort of stuff. So that, and also I've got them set up. So I've got the Xbox One, the fat one, in front of me underneath my computer monitor. And I've got the PlayStation 4, the old one, to my left in the computer room as well. So I can use these ones predominantly as capture devices. So I can plug them directly into my computer once I've got time to set up the Elgato. And I'll always have one of each connected to the computer so I can capture things where I need to.
Yeah, you got a fully fledged studio in that office now.
Yeah, that's right. So I've got my computer and my current generation consoles as well. But then in the lounge room where I do spend most of my time gaming, I've got the Pro and the 1S. And a 4K telly now. So that's the setup. So yeah, look, happy days. I'm really eager to have a look at the TV. I'm more excited for the TV than these consoles because the TV's the biggest difference.
It is so good, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Big tip, because I think you're going to have the similar thing to me. There's a green button on the remote. It's called soccer mode, which increases the refresh rate of the TV. It makes the consoles too bright, but it makes the TV, like when you're watching live sport or like sitcoms or anything like that that's recorded live or in a studio, makes it look spiffy as fuck.
Yeah, nice. I'm keen as, because this one, what I got, it's an LG 65-inch 4K UHD TV, which has the 200 hertz refresh rate and HDR 1000 or whatever it is. 10-bit imaging Weeksy told me. Apparently that's really good.
Yeah, he'd know.
Yep. And 34 millisecond input latency.
Yeah, because I was talking to him last night, and I said, just how I said straight up, said, good deal. And he went, for the size it is, he said, you're not going to get any better specs. He goes, my TV, as in his TV, being the same generation as yours, because the one I've got, I think it's like 18 months older, or the generation before, he goes, his refresh rate and something like that is slightly smaller because there's less screen to do it on.
Yeah.
He goes, but for the size, he goes, to the specs he's got, he goes, and we'll keep it to ourselves, but the rough price of it, in the price range that you paid, he doesn't reckon you could have got a better TV.
Yeah, no, I think so. I went straight to him when I was looking at getting it, and spoke to him on the day, and he gave me some good advice. And yeah, it sounded like a good TV. Yeah, so I'm keen as mustard. I just wanted a quick thank you. I don't know if these guys listen to the podcast. One of them might, but Mark from GB Hi-Fi Penrith, and he's in the gaming section, who helped me out with the consoles and always helps me out with my game purchases. Thanks to him, he's a good bloke. He's on the page. You might see him a few times commenting. Mark T. Travis, I think it is.
I met him when I was up there.
You did meet him, yes, him, yeah. He looked after me, and also the guy in the TV section that helped me out with the telly, Rohan as well. He was pretty cool. So thank you very much to those blokes. So if you guys are in the Penrith area and you want to pick up some cool stuff like that, go to Penrith GB Hi-Fi. Keep in mind that it is a ridiculous time of the year because they are flat out, flat stick all day, every day. But they're open till 9 o'clock for Christmas trading hours and that every day, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah, up until close to Christmas or something.
I went to Target today for some Christmas shopping. It was flat out. There was 7 people in there.
Good old Tasmania. No, seriously, yesterday when I went in there to pick up the consoles, there was no word of a lie. There would have been 150 people in there.
Oh, no thank you. No thank you.
That's a guess. And it was just pandemonium in there, man. I don't know, like, you know, like when you... Like, I was just thinking about if I'd worked there, because in like when I'm working, I can take a break whenever I want. Like I can, you know, do this, or it might be some downtime here. This time of year, in those kind of stores, there's no such thing as a downtime. As soon as you finish with one customer, the next one's standing next to you going, "Excuse me." Oh, yep. I can't do that. I wouldn't be able to do that.
No.
No way. Because, you know, you want to do a piss, and you think, oh, I'm going to go take a piss as soon as I'm finished with this next customer. But then there's like someone else in your face immediately, and you're like, I need to piss! Fuck up!
You just wait for the annoying one to come, and then you go around and you whisper in their ear and you say, do you know normally when someone's pissing in your ear, they're pissing down your leg as well? We used to do that in the kitchen, but it was just a cup of warm water.
Oh, right, that's funny. Oh, dear.
But yeah, my profession, being a chef, you'd have your service period, rush, and then you'd have a tidy up at the end where you're not taking any more customers, and you'd have a split shift of a 2-hour break, then you go back and you have another hour of prep and then another 3-hour service. So you had that regimented time.
That's not too bad, but yeah, this would be your whole shift.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck retail. Weeksy always says fuck retail, and I'm like, what are you chirping on about? But... And it'd be nothing down in Ulverston and Burnie here. There'd be nothing on the shopping centres like you guys have got up there. Nothing on it.
Oh, crazy stuff. But anyway, all right, let's move on from that. I'll talk about the games that I've been playing, and then we'll go on to news. But first of all, my heart has been stolen away from Watch Dogs 2. I've finished with that game now. I've moved on to Dead Rising 4, and I'm in love again. I'm going from amazing game to amazing game, dude. This is a good time for video games. It's so good.
And we've got, another 12 months of guaranteed great times, too.
Next year's games are going to be amazing. But Dead Rising 4, playing that it's amazing. Like, you said that you read a review where it was not so good. I read that review, and everything they didn't like about the game is the reason why I absolutely love it. It's so good. This game is made for people that didn't like the first 2 Dead Rising games, which was me, because it had that timer The timer's gone now. And it had that whole stupid saving thing. That's gone too now, to auto-save. So, yes, it's for filthy casuals now, but I fucking love it. It's fun, man. So, yeah, the people that did love the first 2 games are probably going to be the ones that don't like this and complain about it. But I'm having good fun, so I don't care.
Yeah, because I said that to you, and you go, I'll send us through the link, and then I sounded like, oh, I'm fucking throwing a cup of cold water on your parade here. I didn't mean to sound like that. I don't really trust written reviews unless it's from, what's that fucking website called, Luke?
Aussie Gamers Express?
Yeah, I trust their reviews. But I don't really do a lot of, read a lot of written reviews anymore. I'll do the video reviews. And even they can still be really one-sided. So if I really want to get in depth with a game, which I've done with Dead Rising 4 because I just like to punish myself because I don't want to spend my money, but it looks so good, I'll just go to Twitch.
Yeah, watch it a bit.
Watch it be played.
Well, the thing is with a review, and this is something that I try to pride myself on, is when I give an opinion on a game, it's obvious that it's my opinion, and I will justify my reasons why that is my opinion. So with Dead Rising 4, I should get a review up, but I've got to play it a lot more than I have. I will clarify that this is a fantastic game, but for those people that liked the first 2, you may not like it because it is tons easier than it was in the past, and you don't have that sense of doom over you, where you've got time limits to do things that will run out. There was a little bit of that in 3, but it's pretty much all gone now. But
yeah, but
right.
The thing is, you're right. You've probably got the best written review, natural talent in the group. But I'd almost think, and I'm speaking for you here, like I've seen 3 written reviews for different games this week, where the title is written by a pessimistic Nazi. You know, it's the review. The title of the review is almost that negative. It's clickbait.
Yeah.
5 hours in, and I wish I hadn't started.
Yeah, that sort of crap. Yep.
Dead Rising review. What the fuck is that? You say you're impartial, but you justify and you try and elaborate to the point where you extending that it's your opinion and it's your feelings, but you did, like all of us, and the way you've been teaching us to do it, we're also really neutral, and sometimes we're too positive because we're just appreciative for the opportunity.
Yeah,
but I don't get it with these big guys and these big companies, and I won't name any of them because that's not what we're about. But this negative sells, mate. It used to be sex sells. Now it's negativity. Now it's toxins and toxic environments.
You're right. The negative reviews do sell. They get the hits, and that's a shame. But I won't subscribe to that kind of behaviour, and I won't just pick on the flaws of the game just for the sake of getting views. If there are flaws, I will point them out, even in a positive review. I will tell you where it goes wrong. And there are some things that are wrong with Dead Rising 4. Glaringly obvious at the beginning of the game is the game feels ridiculously easy. I've leveled up a lot in a short amount of time, so I've got a lot of abilities, which makes the game fun. But I kind of wish there was a little bit more difficulty to it, because I've come up against the psychopaths, which the game has had through every single one. But because I've got such OP weapons, it really takes a short amount of time. I just walk up to them with an automatic shotgun and fill them with like maybe 6 rounds and kill them.
Yeah, and you lose a little sense of achievement.
Yeah, it just feels like it's too easy. But the game's only been out a few days, and I've only put a little bit of time into it. If it ramps up, I'll be happy. But I do want it to get a little bit harder, because I don't actually think I've died yet.
Is there difficulty settings?
I don't think so.
Ouch.
Maybe I should double check that. I haven't obviously played it a lot, and I haven't gone through that, so don't quote me. But I don't believe there is, but I'll check. If there is, I might bump it up a bit, because it's a bit easy.
Oh, it's default. It'd be defaulted normal. Play it through,
yeah.
finish it, and then for a comparison, do it on the hardest or
Yeah.
or not hardcore, as in perma sort of shit. And then you'll get a good comparison, and then you'll really see where the game shines, and you'll get that feeling of the Dark Souls sort of fucking achievement.
Another thing that the your original fans of the series probably don't like is that they've made the crafting a lot easier. See, in the past, what you needed to do if you wanted to craft something, let's say you wanted to craft a bat with some barbed wire, make an iconic item from The Walking Dead. You had to pick up the bat, pick up the barbed wire, then go into your menu, select one or the other, and press combine, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you walk up to something on the ground and you've got the blueprints already, and it's on the ground, and you don't have to pick it up first. So
you can select to pick it up as the modified weapon.
Yeah, like it'll bring up a thing saying hold B to craft, and it'll show a little preview of the blueprint. And if the thing's on the floor, you can go, all right, hold B, and you'll bend down on the ground and start crafting it, then pick it up.
Do you know the funny thing though? Over the length of the game, that'll probably turn a 30-hour game into a 20-hour game.
Yeah, you're probably right, but it is a lot quicker to do that. I don't mind that. I like that because
you don't have to think. It gives you your options. You're about to pick up a side. You want to make it flame freezing or fucking electric.
But the thing is, though, I would have missed a lot of those things in the original game because you had to stop and pay attention to what you had in your inventory to work out what you could or couldn't make. Now
even in
it's
3, you do.
Yeah, that's right. Now it sort of prompts you and says, you have the ability to make this. Do you want to make it?
Yes.
In the past, I might not necessarily know half the shit that I can make, so I'll never see them.
Yeah.
So
so diehards that play it 8 times, 7 different ways.
Yeah, they're going to know. But for me, I only... Because I would only remember the recipes for like a half a dozen different weapons when I've got the ability... Yeah, where I've got the ability to make, 40 of the bastards, which are awesome weapons, but I don't know about them because it's not in my face, So I like that. But the actual difficulty is the only thing that I could really sort of complain about. But as for the rest of it, it's fun, man. It's fun as all hell, and it runs really well on the Xbox. Alright, so Dead Rising 4, it's top game, love it. So I'll move on from that. That's all I got, actually. Yeah, that's it. Got me. Dead Rising 4, The Division, Xbox One S, PS4 Pro, and my 4K telly is sitting in the lounge room and is bigger than I am.
On a cold day.
On a cold day. Hello. Yeah, dude, that's all I've got for video game discussion. We've already talked about it.
It was a fairly hefty discussion.
It was a good one. There was a lot to talk about there, so that's awesome. Coming up towards the end of the year. I think we've got one more show left, Red.
Are we doing one more, are we?
I think we're doing one more. Where we're going to do... We still haven't decided whether we're going to do a Game of the Year special or a Game of the Year segment. I reckon
well, if we do a segment, because there's the possibility of the little thing in the pipe works where we might be handing over to a different duo for a fill-in for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's going to be good. So that'll be a nice little teaser for people while we're missing. But I think we do a segment, and we do maybe our top 5, top 10 countdown.
We'll talk through the week. I know Brownie, Billish, and Schneider, Robert, Creamers, Squadrito. All your names always keep popping up. Everyone else that I haven't mentioned.
Ross Mark.
Ross Mark, yeah. If you want to give us an idea of of a category that you'd like a top 5 for us, we'll have a fan-picked top 5 category. But I reckon I'm trying to not trying to make an executive decision here, but we'll do a segment where we have top 5 this, top 5 that, top 5 this, and just have 3 different categories for our top 5 of the year instead of going through the 20 that are in the Game of the Year awards.
No, and then limited,
instead of trying to say, well, this is my top 5 games of the year, because let's admit it, in the last 2 months, you could probably feel that top 5 twice.
Yeah, no, that's a fantastic idea. I agree with that. We'll do like 3 different categories, and we'll do that in a segment next week. Sounds good, and that'll be our final show for the year, and we'll sign off and come back in 2017.
Sounds good.
All right, Red, let's go into video game news.
Let's do it.
All right, so Red, tell us about the Nintendo Switch Virtual Console.
So the Nintendo's hybrid console called the Switch is reported to be the first to support GameCube games as a virtual console. So the source claims that the GameCube will support already functional on the device with Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi Mansions, and the esports favourite Super Smash Brothers. You'd be silly if you didn't.
Yeah.
You got the backwards compatibility of the Xbox. You've got the overpriced, under-delivered PlayStation Now on PlayStation. Oh, if you live in America, the UK, Africa, Uganda, propaganda, fucking China, Russia, anywhere but Australia and New Zealand. You get Africa, Uganda, propaganda. So all these consoles now are giving us, even the DS. You got the 3DS. You could go back and play the light games. You could go back and play the Game and Watch games, the original Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong handhelds and Pitfall, stuff like that. All these consoles now paying homage to their heritage, but the GameCube, which was kind of underloved and everything like that, has never really seen the light of day with like the Wii or the Wii U and stuff like that. So it's good. I think if these reports do come, it's not set in stone as fact, but there are some strong suggestions that this is the way it's going to go.
Yeah, sounds good.
And I would suggest it would be more of a physical thing, like the PlayStation does with its the PlayStation 4 does with the PS2 games, and the PS3 get done with the PS1 games. You can just buy them again digitally, as opposed to the backwards compatibility that is the master race of console that is the Xbox.
Yeah, well, I don't even know, is the Switch going to have a disc drive?
I don't know,
because the games are on memory cards.
Yeah, so probably not. That was my thinking as to why it wouldn't be a backwards compatible gig, as opposed to buying a digital copy.
I think that's what it will be. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the way of the future, though. Games on cartridges, well, not cartridges, but like your SD discs.
Yeah, it'll be a natural progression. I mean, I think over time, maybe it'll be digital download.
That or digital only.
Digital downloads, but maybe they'll have a memory card reader on them for those that still need physical medium. Sounds good to me. I'll be happy with it. Faster transfer rates on those things too.
Well, if the Switch only releases 7 first-party titles like the Wii U did, at least you're going to have 12 games to pick from now.
Yay! Oh, have you seen Jimmy Fallon's thing where he had what's his name, Reggie, on the show? And
yes. There's the 7 or 8 minute Nintendo show that they had the other day.
Oh man, didn't Jimmy Fallon fucking wet his pants?
Yeah, fanboy.
Massive Nintendo fanboy. I didn't know. That's cool.
And if you don't have no idea what we're talking about, YouTube.
Yep, YouTube. Just type in Jimmy Fallon Nintendo. Switch. Yeah, it'll come up. Or what is it? The Tonight Show, the Late Show.
Jimmy Fallon show.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Jimmy Fallon, but I don't know what the show is. It's his sitcom, whatever it is.
Yeah. Do you know when I remember watching his first episode when he replaced. Who did he replace? It was
Letterman.
Was it Letterman or
the other
Leno?
guy?
Leno, maybe.
Yeah, Jared Leno. Or
Jared Leno.
Yeah. Fantastic. Some people just want to watch the world burn. I've even got the wrong villain from Batman. Fuck you.
That's gold. But yeah, his first show was fucking horrible. He was so nervous, but it's a good show now. He's come good.
Oh, because he's so talented. He's so Yeah, anyway, we're getting off topic. Jimmy Fallon, Nintendo, YouTube, go.
Yep, do it. All right, next up in the news, Target versus Big W for Christmas.
Right, we've covered for a good while now, especially with the new release games. We'll put a little bit of sneaky proof up on the page if people want to go get their price matching done.
Yeah.
And that's led to then doing news articles on Target selling games cheap for over the Black Friday period.
Mm-hmm.
And then Big W come out and tried to be comparative with a couple of games. And now that sale's over, and you may have missed out on those cheaper games because you've already been buying Christmas presents. So now, as a gamer, if you want to buy yourself a Christmas present at a budgeted rate, I've got some comparative prices that Big W and Target are going to have, not now, but after you listen to this. Sometimes we bring you the news and the specials and it's almost too late, but the sale is starting on the 15th. So I'll run through the big ones.
Awesome.
So, from Target, Star Wars Battlefront, $24. No Man's Sky, $44. This is both Xbox and PS4, I should say. Deus Ex Mankind Divided, $39. It already is $39. Seen it this morning. Rise of the Tomb Raider, $59. Titanfall 2, $39. Forza Horizon 3, $64. I seen Forza Motorsports 5 this morning, $20. World of Final Fantasy, $39. Xbox 1TB bundle with Halo 5 and Master Chief Collection, $2.99.
Whoa!
Big W, Minecraft Story Mode Complete Adventure, $48. Xenoverse 2 being the Dragon Ball sequel, $64. Gears of War 4 for the Xbox, $58. And for the PlayStation 4, $5 million. Dishonored 2, $54. Cheap fuck. Titanfall 2, $38. Save $1 here. FIFA 17, $54. Mafia 3, $48. Bioshock the Collection, $54. And GTA 5, motherfuckers, is $44.
Wow.
It was funny. There's the news for you. Stop. That's it. But last time I went into EB, I was getting the price match something because I'm a tight ass. They go, oh yeah, Target are doing this for $69, and the manager, or not the manager. I speak highly of the manager for EB here, but one of the workers there go, oh, Target are going out of electronics, not doing electronics anymore. They're doing these sales just to get rid of old stock. And then, bam! Look at this. This is absolutely fantastic. You really, really, really need to go check these prices out. If there's something that's missing from your collection, then you can get change from a $50 note for nearly every single game that I just told you.
Yeah, well, that's, 15th, did you say?
Where am I?
I think that is what you said. So the 15th of December, big sales. So that's Target and Big W?
Yep.
Righto. That's cool. I'll go and get that. All right, are we good for the next news?
Absolutely.
Alrighty, tell us about the PlayStation 4 Sales Milestone.
So, if you have been living under a rock and it's become to Sunday now or Monday when you're normally listening to this religiously, I know there's thousands of you, so thumbs up to you all. But if you haven't already heard, the PlayStation 4 has sold 50 million units worldwide. That is now including the PS4 Pro. So, this current generation of PlayStation has sold 50 million units worldwide. And you'd think that'd be the milestone that I was going to bring to you. But it is absolutely not, because I've done good research.
Right.
So the milestone the PS4 has now achieved is it has outsold the SNES worldwide, moving it to number 12 on the list of all-time console sales.
Right, it's still got a bit of work to do to beat the top number one, though.
Fucking oath it does. I'm just going to throw a couple of things into perspective for you, and then I'm going to give you the top 10 consoles with their release year and how many units they've sold worldwide. Here we go. You know, the last couple of months we've been saying Xbox One have outsold PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
I made the point that everyone owns a PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Raw data. 50 million PlayStation 4 consoles sold as of yesterday. The stats were updated yesterday. The Xbox One has sold just shy of 10 million.
Oh, wow. Well, the PlayStation 4 sales were actually 49,999,999. No, because I bought one yesterday.
Hey, 98.
I ticked it over to the...
No. You put one in each box.
I did, yeah. But I ticked over to the 50 million for the PlayStation.
Rightio, so we know the PlayStation 4 has 50 million, and that's number 12. So instead of giving you 10, I'll give you this one-time bonus offer with free steak knives. I'll give you the top 11 consoles.
Copy.
PlayStation 2, number 1, released 2000. It sold just shy of 155 million. The Nintendo DS coming in second, 2004 year release, has 154.02 million. The Game Boy / Game Boy Color from 89 to 98 has sold 111.69 million handhelds.
Wow.
The original PlayStation from 94 has sold 102 million. The Wii on the Nintendo coming in at fifth from 2006 has sold 101.6 million. Xbox 360 comes in after that for the release date of 2005, 84 million. Then the PlayStation 3 at 83.8 million. The PlayStation Portable, so your PSP in 2004, since 2004 has sold 82 million. Fair to say they haven't sold many over the last couple of years. Game Boy Advance, so the handhelds are real predominant here. Game Boy Advance from 2001, 81.5 million. The NES from 83, 61.9 million. And coming in 11 is the 3DS from 2011. So the most recent handheld console with 61.5 million.
There you go.
Might need to pause, rewind and everything if you want to soak all that in, but that's the raw, hard facts that I'm going to deliver them to you because I had to do the fucking research, so you have to fucking listen.
Lovely.
There you go.
Congratulations to Sony with their PlayStation 4. Doing well.
Yes, absolutely. And I just hope this time next year Xbox One S have 50 million. So
Yeah, it'd be good for them to do well for themselves. But look, the PlayStation 4 deserves it. It is a well-made console. It is a good gaming console.
yeah.
All right, that's our news, Red. We'll move on to What's That Sound?
Let's
do it. Alright, so last week the What's That Sound was a good one to remember and a massive game that everyone tend to love and we miss it dearly. The game the What's That Sound for last week was this one. Have a listen. Remember, no Russian, and that was from Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty, the old Airport mission, yeah. I can't remember what it was called, but anyway, I think was it called No Russian?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Those that got it correct, we've got a long list here, so well done. Brendan Brownie Brown, Robert White, Ross Mark, Paul Clennett. There's a new name. Good work. Thanks for listening. Thanks for entering. Martin Creamers, George Schneider, and Ben Squadrito. I think you named about 95% of those when you went through the people that would very likely be listening to the show.
I did, didn't I? And I didn't cheat.
Yeah, well, you don't have this list that I have.
Well, obviously Paul Clennan's listening now, and he's relative. I don't know how long he's liked the page for. Maybe he's just gained the confidence now to come and have a bit of a laugh and everything like that, and tell me about his blow-up doll. And because he didn't like my Iron Man toy, he goes, "My doll's a little bit bigger, but it's not inflated." And I'm like, "Oh, Jesus!" So yeah, welcome, new to the show or not. I don't give a shit. There's a premature shout all over your inflatable doll.
That's lovely. All right, so Red, are you ready for this week's? My computer's playing up. This week's What's That Sound?
Let's do it.
I'll see if it works. Okay, it's called Obeys.
Oh, okay, I know what it is.
Yeah, so do I. I think I already do. We need Rep Premier. He doesn't listen to the show. We have to get him. We're going to need a good one for next week. Just maybe it's a little bit tricky. All right, have a listen.
A man chooses.
Yeah.
A slave obeys.
Yeah. Rep Premier, you don't even listen to the show. You're giving us repeats. We've had this one before.
The listeners love it.
I know, they love it because they win.
It's like, games. I'm going to get 2 games for the one. What's that fucking sound?
Yeah, so we know what this is. So let's play it again just for those that want to play along on the podcast.
A man chooses. A slave obeys.
And if you haven't heard it, here's your fucking little clue. You can pick it up at Big W for $54.
Yes. But to be fair though, that line is said a couple of times in the game, and that's not the sound that I used last time.
Stop giving him props.
So technically it's a different sound, even though it's the same line from the game.
All right, we want to know if it was the first time he said it, the second time he said it, or the third time he said it. Before you get your fucking Pac-Man 2001 edition, motherfucker.
Oh, you cheeky bastard. Alright, so that's the sound for this week. If you think you know what the sound is for this week, then send us a private message to the Facebook page, the Aussie Games Express Facebook page, that is. Don't send it to IGN, they won't know what you're talking about. Send us your answer if you're correct.
Don't worry, because you'll get along just well with them, because they don't know what they're talking about.
So you'll win yourself a free game. I haven't actually, at this point in time, given out the free games for last week, but I'll do that eventually. They'll get it. And
yeah, do they know you gave them to me to give them out and the codes no longer work?
No, you wouldn't do that. There you go. So that's what's that sound for this week. Let's move on to our next segment, Red's Shout.
Yes, right. Well, here's I've given people a lot of shout-outs in the past for this very reason, and I'm going to resort back to it again, because I think it's an underused commodity. So there is 3 people getting a shout-out in particular this week, and I will put them in it's an order, because I'm scrolling down the page. But Zachary Anthony Courtney, Ross Mark, and hashtag Schlort Brendan Brown. What do they have in common, Luke?
They post stuff to our page a bit.
Yeah, that's it. That's
right.
it. So shout out to those blokes, because we do love it. We do a lot behind the scenes, like with this and everything like that, and bring you everything we can as fresh as possible. But having these little bit of interactions with you guys, bringing stuff to us and having us share your post and try and get your point across and everything. Hang on, I've missed one here. I'm pretty sure I've missed one, because I shared one the other day that got some hype about the PS Plus games, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
I've missed someone, I swear to God I have, because that was a good... Oh, no, it's still Zachary. There you go. Never mind. Never mind. See, exactly. He used it. What did we get? We got some running comments up there. We got heaps of comments, actually. Got about 10, 12 different comments on there. People having really educated opinions instead of hate-fueled or toxic-fueled conversations. So that was awesome. So, yes, shout out to you guys. And I wouldn't have known yesterday that it was the Wii's 10th birthday if it wasn't for Zachary.
There you go. Awesome. That's it?
Yeah, very boring. Well, not very boring, but just not as long as normal, because those people deserved a special shout.
Yeah, we'll just leave it to those guys. All right, well, let's move into our last segment, Last Words. All right, Red, you got any last words?
Oh, well, I did. I asked the community of the legends, I should say.
Oh, I asked the community. Yeah.
Yeah, I asked the legends what they'd like me to bring up on last week's podcast. I got a suggestion, and I flat out ignored it.
You did the chairs, the gaming chairs.
Why? Yeah, Bobcat. Thanks for your support. He was there in the every stream. Really, he gets a notification. He comes along at least for a g'day, mate. And same as Stocky Wizard, that Dark Souls fiend that is Brendan Brown. But yeah. Well, real quickly, what do you reckon on gaming chairs and the selection? Because they can reach upward of $550.
Well, I mean, are we talking about PC?
Well, you'd think, yeah, because you sit up to a computer.
Yeah, because look, for me personally, I've always just opted for the executive chair, whether it be lead. I've had leather in the past. This one's fabric that I'm using at the moment, but it's like like an office chair. You know, it has the high back
Yeah, and the
and the arms.
yeah.
And it's a swivel chair sort of thing. I'm not a big fan of the swivel chairs that don't have the arms and that have like the little, oh, it's hard to explain it, the little, like the arm that goes up the back to hold the back piece. Yeah. So it doesn't have like the full back support. It's just got that little pad. Yeah, I don't like those. But yeah, I've got like an office executive's chair. That's what I use when I'm gaming.
Look, when it comes to gaming chairs for me, the first thing I look at before I look at the price is weight restrictions.
Oh, yeah?
I need a chair that will support 150 kilos. Not saying I'm 150 kilos, but I'm saying the next slot down is like 100 kilos. You know, there's no in the middle there. You either go for pre-100 kilo chair or a pre-150 or a pre-200.
Yeah, you want it over-engineered.
Yeah, exactly, because, you know, I don't want to spend the money and break it, because I've been through a lot of those cheaper exec chairs that you're talking about. Like the first thing goes hydraulic. You can't pump it up and down. She's fucked. Once my ass is in it, gone, mate. Yeah, you're not getting up off the canvas. But of course, I don't do any PC gaming. No PC gaming. I've got, and thanks DNAF, I know you'll be listening, my good friend Naf. I've got a recliner that I sit in to do my console gaming in. So yeah. I like the concept of these Momo style racing seats with the arch support and the back support and the pretty little airplane pillow that goes behind you. But for $550 fucking dollars, I could have a Pro.
Yeah, no, I've never been that invested in a chair. Like for my console gaming, like yourself, I'm on a leather lounge on a recliner, and that's the only way for me to spend 5 or 6 hours playing a game. I can't do it in a chair, sitting in the chair that I'm talking about, that I'm in right now. I can't play games for a long time. It gets uncomfortable. I need to be...
So you can play your computer games out in your lounge room.
That's the whole idea with the Steam Link, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Otherwise, I'm limited to maybe about an hour sitting in front of the computer playing a game. I can sit here for longer doing other things, but because I'm sitting up properly to the keyboard, close to the screen. But when I'm playing a game, I like to lay back a bit, and I can't get comfortable in a normal chair doing that.
No.
So yeah, so the lounge for me, for sure.
Yeah. So, thank you very much, Robert. I didn't ignore you. I merely forgot because I was probably thinking about myself or my beard or something. But yeah, I've got one last little thing, mate, but throw one of yours in.
All right. Last words for me I wanted to mention. Guess what? My iCloud password was hacked this week.
Oh, wow.
Apparently PussySlayer6969 is not a good password to use anymore. So I've changed that. Do you know what? I've got a suggestion on who it might have been.
Who? Who?
I reckon it was Ross Mark.
Oh, do you? Because he is the original PussySlayer_6969 hashtag.
I reckon he's trying to hack my shit so I can get in and get the podcast before it goes live.
So we can Google the what's that sound. Yeah, that's right, Ross. That's right. I'm calling you out.
It's not against the rules. You can Google it if you can. Do it, whatever. But anyway,
if you've got to that section of the show, you've got every right to fucking Google it.
Yeah, I agree. That's
worst case, you're close enough with me. Just ask me.
Yeah, whatever. But it got hacked, so I had to change that and all that sort of stuff. So just be careful, everyone. I've looked, and my password was pretty secure, like it was a bullshit one. So I don't know how they're doing it. But yeah, I was onto it though. I got a notification on my phone saying that someone with an iPhone 5S has logged into my account. Well, fucking what? So I went in there, wiped it all, like all of the devices and stuff, and changed the password. So then all my stuff was back on there and uncompromised. So that was interesting. But I also wanted to make a mention, Red, you've been pussyfooting around a particular zombie game that we were given a trailer for in the past week in your Red's recap.
You're the last nut to crack. Everyone's out of sook. It's like, that fucking Last of Us indie game.
Last of Us? Is that what you're talking
Oh,
about?
nah, yeah, no, I'm just being a smartass. Yes!
I thought you were talking about
I've
Dead
got
Rising
everyone,
4.
haven't I? You thought I was talking about Dead Rising 4.
I was going to say, I fucking played it. The Last of Us Part 2, man.
I have mixed emotions here. You never wanted a sequel.
No, I didn't.
But I think you might like it.
I think I might like it too. Oh, see, in the past I've said I don't want a sequel, and if they do a sequel, I don't want it to be Joel and Ellie. That was in the past, right? From what I know now, I think it's going to be pretty damn good. Can I give you my spoilers without being a spoiler, because I don't know? It's just me imagining.
If it's the same as mine, I'll go zing.
All right. So what I reckon is going to happen, obviously a few years has passed. I reckon Ellie is going to... And there's going to be slight spoilers for the first game, so you're warned, and you should have already played it by now. I reckon a few years have gone past, and Ellie has had an encounter, which has led her to learn the truth of what happened in the end of The Last of Us. So I believe she's aware of the lie that she was told at the end, which is going to tear her apart, which is going to rip the relationship between Joel and Ellie to pieces. And The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be all about sheer, unadulterated hate. And I believe that somewhere in there will be a decision that will be made, whether it's made by you, the player, or if it's made during the course of the story. There will be a decision made where one of them will die. But one of them will die.
So you reckon the story is going to be based around her revenge on Joel and the Fireflies?
Yes. But
okay.
I believe that one of them will die at one of the other's hands.
Okay. Rennie, you want mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Joel's already dead, and he's just a figment of her imagination keeping her going. He's still her survival instinct, and whoever's done harm to him, she's going to get revenge on them.
Oh, that's good too, Red. Yes, maybe. Yeah, maybe that was like she's using like Dexter.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
Where Dexter had his dad as his moral compass, and Joel can be like that.
Ellie.
Like that for Ellie, yeah. Because he says, "Are you sure you want to do this, kiddo?" or something like that.
Yeah.
And then she says,
goes,
"I'm going to kill."
I promised when I got you out of here, I was going to teach you guitar. And what's she doing when she's sitting there? Playing the guitar. So I'd think if it was a pure hate towards Joel, not to discredit yours, because your idea, I don't reckon she'd take up any traits from him.
Yeah, you're right with the guitar playing. Yeah, but what I am thinking is that where that trailer takes place, that hasn't happened yet.
No,
you know what I mean? Like that's early in the game before she works it out.
Yeah.
So I think, mate, like this is where I was going with it, but I really like your suggestion, is that something's happened, she wants to get revenge, and during the course of getting such revenge, she learns the truth of what happened. I just think that has to come back somehow, what happened at the end of the last one. I just don't...
It needs those impactful themes. She has to deal with the guilt of not being able to save everyone. Oh, hashtag spoiler alert. You know what I mean? Because she was potentially the key to curing the virus.
Yeah, but Joel fucking lied.
Get Last of Us 2, so let's not dwell on that.
What's that?
And that's why we get The Last of Us 2.
I know.
Because if Ellie had died, then it'd be fucking roses and rainbows and lollipops.
Have you know the ending, do you?
Yeah, I finished it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, of course I did. Remember, I was hassled for ages, and then I went, yeah, right, fuck you, got it done.
I didn't actually think you did.
I was talking to you when I was getting into the hospital, remember? I was trying to figure out how to do the water part underneath the highway.
Oh, I can't remember. So you've got the trophy?
For normal, yeah.
Yeah, but you've got the trophy? Because that's the proof.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, no worries. But yeah, look, there's a lot of speculation, and I really hope they don't release very much because I don't really want to know. But if they release it, I will watch it. I can't help myself. So just Naughty Dog, please don't release anything much. Maybe some screenshots. I don't want any more trailers. That'll do.
Yeah, concept art and screen caps.
Yeah. Just quickly on. Oh, sorry.
And keep in photo mode.
Yes, yeah. I reckon they will. Death Stranding had another trailer as well. That was fucking weird.
It's Mickelson, man.
Yeah, that's going to be cool. That'll be a cool game.
Yeah, and Guillermo del Toro is on the other side of the camera this time around.
I'm not sure if it's Guillermo or Guillermo. I think it's Guillermo.
Mr. Del Toro.
Mr. Del Toro is a lot easier to say. Yeah. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. That's all I've got for last words. What do you got?
Right, I'm not going to call out the millions upon millions, but I just stumbled across an article with a top 10, if you will, because I've done a previous top 10 in the show, so let's finish with one. 2016's most popular game trailers according to views on YouTube. I'll just run through 1 to 10. We won't worry about how many views. Yes?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Number 1, Battlefield 1. Number 2, Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Number 3, Clash of Clans. Hog Rider was the name of that video. Gears of War 4 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Number 5, Clash of Kings. Number 6, Overwatch.
The
Number
Clash
7,
of Kings, that was a typo. They meant to write clans.
No, it's just some... Clash of Kings is like Bandai Namco Dynasty Warrior game.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
6, Overwatch. 7, Pokemon Sun and Moon. 8, FIFA 17. 9, Watch Dogs 2. And number 10 still is Doom.
Yeah, right. Cool. I got FIFA 17.
That was a big release, considering that was released in our childhood. So as soon as Doom was announced, everyone of our age bracket, being the major demographic of YouTube, have gone, Doom.
Get onto it, yeah. But yeah, I got FIFA 17 with me 1S, so I've got that. Man, I've got so many games to play.
Yeah, you get to play
I want to do the
FIFA
journey.
campaign.
Yeah, I want to do that. So I want to do the journey.
It's actually really cool. It's, yes, repetitive, and I got through it quite quickly because I really, really like the soccer games. There is some repetition there, but it spoon feeds you enough narrative and enough decisions to make it pretty cool.
Well, I've never played a sport game campaign before, so I'll be interested to see how it goes.
Yeah, goes brilliant. Goes good.
Nice. But yeah, I got a lot of games to play. Got that. I've still got Titanfall 2. Still got Infinite Warfare campaign.
Skyrim.
Yeah, still got Skyrim to dick around with. Dead Rising 4.
Final Fantasy.
Nah, I think I'm done with Final Fantasy, dude.
Yeah, you've had your fill.
I will put a better effort into 7 Remake.
Oh, fuck, you better.
Because I know it's the best, and I have played it a little bit, and it looks fantastic. So I'll probably play that a little bit more seriously. But I don't really think... Like, with too much time, like if I had fuck all to play, I'd definitely get Final Fantasy 15 and play it a little bit more. But it's not my bag, and with everything else around, it's going to the end of the pile.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that. That's that for then. That's it, Red. You finished? You got anything else to say? We're finished.
Show.
Sorry, what was that?
A show.
A show?
What a show.
Oh, what a show. Sorry.
I'm done with the show. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I'm finished for today, I think, and I really want to go and have a look at this TV.
You got anyone helping you put it on the wall?
Snoogans and Roy Boy are going to come around this arvo.
Oh, threesome.
Yeah. I said to him, what are you guys doing tomorrow, Arvo? And they're like, oh, yeah, not much. I'm like, yeah, come round, man. We'll play some games together and stuff. I've got the 2 consoles now, and you can help me put the console up, the TV up. just mumble that bit.
Nah, good shit.
Yeah, so, because, yeah, it's way too fucking big for one person to hang. Let alone getting the other one off the wall, too.
Did it come with a bracket, or is it going to fit your existing?
It should go onto the old one. If not, I'll run down and buy another one. But I'll go and have a look at that now and make sure before they get here. But that's it. Thanks for a good show, Red. You're a champion. And thank you very much to everybody listening as well. We've got one more show next week. Be sure to check that one out. Episode 155 will be the last one for 2016. And we're going to do our Games of the Year. A couple of categories there. And we'll leave you in the capable hands of some other stooges that are going to cover some dead air for us while we're away. Should be good. Thanks, everyone. As always, I am Lucas.
And I'm Red.
Thanks, man. See you later.
Catch.
Oh, sorry about that. The show is over. While you wait for the next show, check out Aussie Gamers Express on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and everything else that teenagers know how to use better than us. If you want to send us an email, send it to info@aussiegamersexpress.com and check out our website at www.aussiegamersexpress.com. We will be talking at you soon enough on the next episode of the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast.
Let's go!